Hey everyone, and welcome to This Explainer. Listen, if you've been paying any attention at all to the digital landscape in 2026, you know we are right in the middle of a massive, seismic shift in YouTube content creation. Today, we're going to completely break down exactly how Google's Veo 3 is just revolutionizing the way we create YouTube Shorts. We've taken all the latest technical research, workflow data, and expert analysis and boiled it down into a really clear, actionable masterclass for you. By the time we wrap up, you'll know exactly how to leverage this incredible technology to build and scale your own content empires. So let's get into it. Here's a quick look at our agenda for today. We'll start off with the burnout problem, then we'll meet Veo 3, break down the access tiers, walk through the 4-step setup, dive into scaling production, and finish up with monetization rules.
All right, kicking things off with Section 1, the burnout problem and why content creators hit a wall. So, why do most YouTube creators actually quit? It's really not a lack of good ideas. Research actually shows it comes down to a few really specific major pain points. First off, there's the whole camera confidence thing, right? A lot of people simply do not want to put their face on screen. And honestly, that stops them before they even hit record. And then there's just the sheer exhaustion of it all. Think about it. Traditionally, making just one 60-second short means you're scripting, filming, editing, doing the captions. That's easily 2 to 4 hours per video. If you're trying to post every single day just to feed the algorithm, you're looking at 14 to 28 hours a week. It's literally taking on an unpaid part-time job. No wonder it leads straight to severe burnout and imposter syndrome.
Okay, let's dive into this comparison because it is wild. The old traditional production method, like we said, 2 to 4 hours per video, and it's probably going to set you back $1,500 or more in cameras, mics, and software. But Veo 3 AI Shorts, it completely flips the script. We are talking about a generation time of literally 30 seconds, and it's a completely free native tool built right into the YouTube app. We're moving from this super expensive, heavy manual grind into a completely frictionless new reality. Moving right along to Section 2, meet Veo 3, the paradigm shift. Let's just trace how incredibly fast this evolved, because the timeline is kind of mind-blowing. Back in 2021, Shorts relied entirely on manual recording. You had your phone, and that was it. Then, by 2023, we got the Dream Screen beta with those AI-generated backgrounds, though you kind of had to fight for a waitlist spot just to try it. But then 2025 happened. Massive leap forward, Veo 3 drops at Google I/O, giving us synchronized audio and 8-second cinematic clips. And now, here we are in 2026, fully in the era of bulk automation, where creators are just building entire pipelines. Seeing this rapid evolution, it really shows you exactly how fast the barrier to entry just totally evaporated. Now, the Google DeepMind team stated that Veo 3 introduces synchronized audio, dialogue, ambient sound, and background music generated directly alongside visuals. What's really interesting about this is how big of a differentiator it is. I mean, think about traditional editing. You have to hunt down sound effects, buy music, record a voiceover, and sync it all up in some clunky software. It's a nightmare. Veo 3 just does it all in a single pass. You don't need extra software to match the sound of rain to a video of rain anymore. The AI simply generates the audio wave natively alongside that cinematic visual. It's brilliant. All right, let's get into the nuts and bolts in Section 3, access tiers and pricing. So you can systematically choose the tier that actually fits your budget and your specific production goals. The first tier, Veo 3 Fast, is native right inside the YouTube Shorts app. It's absolutely free for all creators, and it gives you 480p resolution with a mandatory Synth ID watermark, perfect for starting out. Now, if you want a bit more power, Tier 2 is Google One AI Premium at $19.99 a month, which unlocks some great premium features. And finally, for the true power users, the automation community, there's the AI Studio API for Veo 3.1. That one runs about 35 to 50 cents per second of generated video, but you get those high-res outputs and full bulk API access. Let's see how this actually works in practice. Section 4, the 4-step setup guide. Okay, this brilliantly illustrates just how insanely fast and frictionless this is. Step 1, open YouTube Shorts. Step 2, tap that little sparkle icon. Step 3, enter your text prompt. Step 4, publish. That's the whole shebang. And the time it just took me to say those 4 steps, you could literally generate an 8-second cinematic clip. Seriously, the days of wrestling with tangled cords, software caching, and losing those tiny little SD cards, yeah, those are officially over. But because the physical equipment is gone, there's a new skill we have to master, right? Prompt formulas are basically the new camera. Instead of worrying about lenses and lighting, you type out a structured prompt.
You're combining your B-roll instructions, motion hooks, visual metaphors, and those audio cues all into one simple text box. So if you type something like, cinematic drone shot of a neon city at night with rain sounds, boom, you've completely replaced the need to buy a plane ticket, fly a real drone, and record ambient city noise. Your keyboard is literally your entire production studio now. Next up, Section 5, Scaling Production Workflows. Let's talk about leveling up.
50. Plus, I want you to really think about that massive number for a second. That is the staggering weekly Shorts volume that creators are now completely automating. By hooking up the Veo 3 API with automated pipelines, things like Google Flow, creators are totally bypassing that whole manual prompt and wait phase. They are generating over 50 cinematic, super high-quality shorts every single week and systematically scheduling them out. It's a total game changer for dominating the algorithm.
And honestly, this ability to scale has driven a massive cultural shift that we're calling the faceless channel explosion. Creators are out there building highly successful, fully monetized YouTube channels using nothing but AI-generated cinematic outputs. This completely obliterates that initial hurdle of being camera shy. You literally never have to step in front of a lens, and yet you can produce these stunning, jaw-dropping travel scenes, dynamic finance graphics, or intense fitness motivation videos, all from the comfort of your keyboard.
All right, let's get to the part everyone cares about. Section 6, Monetization and AI Rules.
So the crucial point is really understanding these 4 rules so you can protect your channel and, actually keep your earnings. First, yes, Veo 3 AI Shorts are entirely eligible for the YouTube Partner Program. You can absolutely monetize this stuff. Second rule, the SynthID watermark is strictly mandatory. The platform just bakes this in automatically so everyone knows it has AI origins. Third, you, the creator, have to actively check the box labeling your content as AI generated when you upload. And finally, and I cannot stress this enough, quality still determines your algorithm reach. Look, just because you can spam out 50 videos a week doesn't mean they're all going to go viral. The prompt quality, the hook, and the story, they still matter immensely.
Real quick, before we wrap things up, let's peek ahead to 2027. Veo 3's completely free on-platform integration is already forcing the rest of the industry to scramble, putting huge pressure on competitors like Sora 2 to adapt and lower their prices. And looking forward, we can absolutely expect those 8-second clip limits to expand, rendering to happen in near real time, and AI models to actually learn and tailor themselves specifically to your channel's unique aesthetic. The tech is just moving incredibly fast.
I want to leave you with one final provocative thought here. The financial barriers, they're completely gone. The technical hurdles vanished. You literally have a free, fully functioning cinematic studio with perfectly synced audio sitting right there inside your pocket. So what is actually stopping you from launching your channel today? Thank you so much for hanging out with me for this explainer. Keep learning, keep experimenting, and I will catch you in the next one.